channel. It is our channel. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to your channel, because definitely anytime I come here because of you. I come here because of what I can give to you, and I hope that you are already putting everything that you are learning here into practice. Okay, I hope that you're having fun, and let us get right into today's topic. But beyond having fun, that is very important. I hope that you're also learning stuffs that you haven't learned anywhere else. And most importantly, one of the essence for this channel is to create more awareness, about counseling. One of the reasons why I created this channel is because I wanted more people to get help. I know that people know that there's a counseling industry rising in Nigeria, counseling and therapies industry rising in Nigeria, but not so many people know where or how to read them. And me being one of them, being in a body as part of a counselor, taking certain certifications in counseling and so forth, I knew that it was time to help more people know that, what, you can get help. You can get help. It doesn't matter what religion you are, what part of the world you are, you can get help. And that is why we are, we continue to create content for you. So do not forget to subscribe for the best help that you would get as you go and grow in your life's journey. Today, I just want to have a heart-to-heart talk, and it came from a client. It came from a client who I was transacting with. So a client who was going to pay for a session, clarity session I was going to take her through and all that. And before she made the payment, she dropped a statement, which, even remembering it, I am feeling for her. And that is why I thought it was very important to share this message and not just feel for her and keep it to myself. She made a statement about how she felt that she has spent so much on personal development. She spent so much on personal development that even though we had completed our discussion of the transaction amount and all that, she almost felt like she should use the money that she was going to pay for the session to go and do something else. And just because of how much she has poured into personal development, and then she hasn't been able to get much from it. So at that point in time, and I empathize with her, I understand her. At that point in time, when she got that amount of money, she was wondering, do I do it for this? And it's quite an amount. Should I do this for this, or should I do this for that? There's a certain amount of money you want to roll out, and you'll be wondering, which way do I go? Which? And that was her situation, until she decided that, what, I believe in Counselor Nkechi, and I know that everything that she has promised that she would do for me is what she's going to do. And then she went ahead to make the transaction, which I am forever proud of her, because we are definitely going to make a difference. That's what I will say for now, and her life will speak louder than what I have to say. Why have I come to talk about this on our channel today? I've come to talk about this because a lot of people are in that space. The only thing is that some people give up. Unlike her, that she felt somebody she met somebody that she resonated with. Of course, she even had a physical meeting with me at first, to just be sure that she wanted to, go into this and all that, just because, and again, because of her experiences and all the different things she has done, in the name of self-development. And some people have gotten to her particular bus stop and they've given up. Or what they say is, all these people, they are scam. All these, there are different things that are going out there. All these ones that are scam. They will promise you this, promise you that. They won't do it. They want to collect this amount. Like, there are different things going out there when it comes to the transformation industry, whether it's coaching, counseling, teaching, training, whatever it is that people are doing online. And there are a few tips that I want to share with you from my heart today. In case you are in the place where my client was, just that my client decided that she wanted a better 2020, so she decided to sacrifice regardless. Maybe you are at that point where you're like, I don't just care anymore. These are some things for you. Number one, a lot of times some mistake that people make, and I want, You will also share your thoughts in the comment section as well. If you've experienced this, whatever your case may be, please share with me. So a mistake that people make is that they don't take out time to be sure of who it is that they are going into a session for, especially coaching. I'm primarily a counselor, and then I also do coaching. A counselor can also stand in the office of a coach, but sometimes not all coaches can be counselors, although some coaches are also very great counselors, vice versa. But for me, I'm a counselor, and then I can also coach and train. So for some, especially coaching is where this some people have this sadness. Let me use the word. They may see something online, you know, a powerful marketing by a lot of people in this day and age, and they are, you know, the kind of marketing we have in this day and age, the kind of marketing that you have to be doing, like, let me do it, either I do it now or I die. And it's funny because one person is telling you their story of how you're going to do it now or you won't move forward, then 3 other people too are also in the sponsored ad telling you, and it just looks like people are going into coaching sessions more in confusion than out of definition. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they're going into coaching sessions more out of confusion, out of guilt, out of feel among, out of when I get there and maybe I'll meet this person, maybe I'll meet that person will do this for me. And so the first thing I want to say is a lot of people go into coaching sessions or whatever session in any aspect of your life you're going into for the wrong motives. So therefore, they go to the wrong people, even though those people are kings in the industry and they are people that know what they do. Yes, there are people that know what they do. This is not even coming here to say, maybe the coaches don't know what to do. No, not at all. A lot of these people, well, there are some people that don't know what they do, but a lot of these people know what they do. But sometimes these people are not the right ones for you. They're not the ones sent for you. So it's important to be patient, be discerning when you are going to take out time to do something. Or even if they're the one sent for you, maybe not that season, maybe someone else is supposed to take you through a season and the other person is to help you finish up the process. So people confuse these things. They feel, my friend knows her, she's popular, or he, depending on who, is the, you know, and there's a lot of wrong motives they used to go into this coaching, or maybe when I enter, for some, it's maybe when I enter in the next 24 hours, my life will change. You know, there are just a lot of plus motives or plus expectations, so all gone wrong. And when you go into coaching sessions that way, thinking maybe, for example, you paid 1 million, and I think, okay, as I've paid 1 million now, the next 3 days, my life is going to, you know, going to turn around automatically. Why? Because, okay, you met this certain name or certain names, and you just feel because you appeared there, your life is going to turn around automatically. It's not so. So wrong motives. What are your motives before you go for any session? It doesn't, whether it's concerning your business, whether it's your personal life, what are your motives? That's point number 1. Point number 2 is the process. The process. Are you also committed to the process ahead before starting whatever it is you're starting? That is one thing everybody going into whatever must be committed to. When you went to school, at least anybody watching this and understanding my English, if you understand basic English, you went to some form of school. When you went to school, did you not do homework? Did you not do exam? Did you not do classwork? Did you not do basic thing? Maybe do as I do. Did the teacher not tell you to do this and you did? Or did the teacher not solve a particular equation, you know, for you, and you told you guys to, and then also told you guys to do classwork or whatever the case? The teacher just did. Then that was the end. After the teacher did and taught, you didn't do classwork, you didn't do tests, you didn't do examination to go to the next level or class, or repeat if you did not pass it. Of course, all these things were done. But people do forget. They don't know that it's still the same basic principle, that we have in school, that, you know, has come now to online courses. And maybe some coaches do not push this enough, and that's why I'm here to push this as a counselor and a coach. When you are coming into school, in fact, coming into school self, you're already even coming, first of all, with some form of entrance exam that you must pass. That is commitment number 1. That means the school is even already expecting a commitment from you even before you go into the school. well, what's the commitment? Some sort of commitment of readiness, whatever the case may be. I'm talking especially from primary school to secondary school now, as an example in this case. Some form of readiness, some form of, you will read for your entrance, or you read back then. And even for those, let's say secondary school to university, for some of you, if you are in that level, you know what I'm saying. What, even if it's postgraduate, you wrote some form of examination to kind of like it's kind of like a down payment of your commitment. And the online world, yes, has come, and we are also having education in the online world now, including this is education, okay? Including this is education. This is also some form of course. But the thing is, because the online world is not like you wear your uniform, or you get up from your hostel, you wear your clothes, and you walk somewhere with your books and all that. People are just lackadaisical about it. Or even if, oh, maybe it's a 3 days conference, you're an adult, so people are just like, oh, you know what, I'll just go there, I'll just show up, I won't. No, you're not going to get the best if you don't put in the process. That's the essence of these examples that I am giving. You have to put in the process. So when you're going to, apart from number one, defining your motives, number two, put in the process. You must be ready for it before you put your money. The first readiness is the one in your heart before your money. Readiness you have that I want to do this. That's the first thing. It's not that, oh, you will just go and you just be lackadaisical and you just be like, the person should just do something to you. Your teachers in school, did they just do something to you? Of course, their styles and methods, which is where the coach or the counselor comes in to have those techniques and have those unique things that stands them out. But then if you don't want to do the work cannot be done on your behalf. It doesn't matter whether it's 3 days or 3 years conference or workshop. Another thing I want to say is talking about being truthful to yourself. That will be point number 3. So right motive, we have working out the process. Then number 3 is talking about being truthful to yourself. Some of you, you know that it is better. There are coaches around you that have known you, or that you've been following their growth, or they're just coaches. There are people around you that if you go and you tell them this is what is going on around you. I'm not even talking counselors, because I should even promote industry as well. There are even counselors, and okay, that would be number 4. I'll talk about that number 4, counselors, coaches, and all that. But there are people around you, coaches. Let's talk about coaches now. There are coaches around you that okay, they are the ones. I want to talk to this person because I believe the person will give me the attention and will give me the time and will give me everything. But no, you don't want that one. You want to go to a certain person, or the person that you've heard their names and all that, and you feel that, okay, and when I go there, my life will be changed. Without step 1 and 2, your life will not be changed. Number 2, sometimes, I will not say all the time, because I know that there are very great coaches that, kind of like, don't take more than a certain number of people because they want to concentrate on them. Do you understand? But then sometimes you may not even get as much attention with a certain person that you are eyeing and you are desiring. You may not. I'm not saying you will not, please, because some people, no matter how high they are, they still make sure that attention, one-on-one attention to their clients is what they want to commit to, which is what I'm really in that space. No matter how high I want to go, it's just that the prices will vary, of course, as I definitely grow in the industry. But one-on-one attention to those that are ready, let me say to those that are ready, it's something that's going to be given to. And so there are some coaches, that, okay, this person around you, and even your fee cannot really afford, maybe let me say what a one-on-one with that big coach is. So you go for maybe their general session, which is still quality, but it's not what you need. Do you understand? Whereas if you had used that amount, I'm just saying, let's say that person's general session, according to the person's industry level, is a one-on-one session with a person around you, or maybe slightly above, you get a one-on-one session with the person around you. It would have been better for you to work with that person. That please, when I say a person around, please, I'm not saying go and meet people out of sentiments, or go and meet people because the person is around you. I'm saying that this person is good, the person is accessible, the person will give you concentration around you, or should I use the word upcoming? Maybe upcoming will do it better. But you're just like, no, it must be this person, it must be this person, it must be this person. And then you go, Because you can't pay a 1 million naira or 1.5 million naira, you can't really have one-on-one time with that person, and you can't blame them. They have literally paid their due to get there, and it's just their price. You can't be angry. If you want to save up for it and go and pay the 1.5 to have the one-on-one with them, or not, or you find something that is suitable for you, or you join their general or their group training, or whatever the case may be. But you know that you need a one-on-one, but you say no, it must be this person, and you go for the group session. It doesn't do you any good. Then you go out and you start talking about coaches are not this, coaches are not that, whereas you are the one that is not doing things the right way. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for some people, when they say it must be this person, they go for a general session. It works out for them. Maybe that's what they need. But for some people, it's not. They need one-on-one. They don't need group or all those things. They don't. And it takes me to the fourth and final point for this segment. Sometimes you may not necessarily need a training session. I do trainings all the time. Like I said, primarily I'm a teacher and counselor, and trained in that and all that. But sometimes it may not be trainings that you need. So what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to establish, sometimes you may need one-on-one counseling. Again, I'll say sometimes it may not be trainings that you need. Sometimes you may need one-on-one counseling, and that's why I launched the one-on-one counseling with people that are ready to go for it. Let me just talk about that before I complete. But with people that are ready to go for it for minimum, I would advise 3 months. So if the person is saying, "No, I can't afford it," but minimum of 3 months, I will work with you weekly. We'll do counseling and all that. We establish the fee you pay and all that, depending on what you can afford. But I mean, from 3 months, 1 year, I have learned that out, because I realized that you can't just, and it's a person that is a privileged founder of a community that I've been working with women since 2016. I know that you can't just change the person in 3 days, in 1 week. That's not how people change. It has to become a habit. And that's why I launched that counseling clarity walk, where I help women, walk through whatever it is for that established minimum period of time, and then we are just going over their lives, picking out what is not, and I'm working with them, and we're doing this. But of course, there's a certain price which is affordable, because your life is more important and is more precious than money, which is more affordable than whatever the fee is, whatever fee it is. So if you're interested, send me an email, send me a DM, and we'll talk about that. But I'm talking about counseling coach. Sometimes some people don't know. Some people mix it up. And most of the time you may just need a counselor. You may need a counselor. You may need a therapist. And if you don't know about the counseling industry, but when you're coming to say a therapist and counselor, there is certain minimum amount of sessions you can have. Yeah, there's a certain minimum amount of sessions you can have, because a therapist and counselor, we've been trained that you can't just in 1 hour and then yes, person will go and change. And that's what a lot of people are experiencing. So they go for this 50k 2 days conference, and those things are great depending on where you are at your life. But if you're at a space in your life where you know that some things in your past, they're still eating you up, they're not allowing you progress, you don't need a 2 days 50k conference or something like that. If you want to add that as the topping, fine, but go for what you need, is what I'm trying to say in this point. So ask yourself, what do I need? Maybe you are struggling with rape, maybe you are struggling with unforgiveness, maybe something traumatic happened while growing up in your teenage years, and it has just been so hard for you to move on. The first honest and best question to ask yourself is, what do I need? When you ask yourself that question, the next question that will follow is, who do I need? And like I said in one of my videos, and that is why I came to YouTube, so to let people know that I'm here. Like all the trainings, both professionally and personally, that I've been giving to myself is for you. So there's no sense if I don't come out to let you know that, hey, I'm a counselor, I can help you. I'm here, I can totally help you. All you need to do is book your session. Let's talk about it. So what do you need? Sometimes some people know who they need, but they don't know how to access them. Yeah, some people don't know how to work with anybody, they don't know how to access. I'm talking for those that are serious about moving on with their life, not for those that are always having excuses on why they cannot afford this or afford that or reach out to this person. And there are seasons in life where you, honestly speaking, it doesn't matter, you cannot really afford a certain thing, but at least you can begin to save towards this, and you can let the person know that, hey, I really want to come for a one-on-one session with you, and I'm saving towards this. I just thought to let you know so you can keep me in mind. Perhaps in March, February, August, whatever, December, I'll be with you. As was the case of a recent client with me. She has always wanted to come, and basically she just made it happen in the year 2020. So when you know that you need something, the first thing to do is not to look for excuses. Sometimes you can even approach the person. I was telling somebody recently, yeah, maybe even let's say the person's price is 100,000, and people don't know this, people don't do this, I don't know why, and what you have is 5,000. It may look, oh my god, this is ridiculous. Have you tried approaching the person that, I beg you, it's 5,000 or it's 10,000 I have? Let me not go to that. 5,000 is very ridiculous to 100, but let's say it's 10,000 I have. What can you do? I'm not saying no that you should give me the no, but what can you do? I really want to have a session with you or something. Sometimes do that, because when you find out, when you know what you need to solve, then you find out who. Don't make excuses, make a way, is what I'm trying to say with all these different examples. So in a nutshell, people know what they want, they're going through and all that, but maybe the people that they really need are not doing great advert or whatever the case may be. So naturally people just go to, I don't want to use the word the loudest, but I'm not saying loudest in a bad way, because it's very important for you to be loud, especially if you know what you carry, so that people can come to you and they can be helped. But I would still say that sometimes people go to the loudest, which may not necessarily be the person assigned to help them. Not like that person is not good or the person is just emptily loud. No. It's just that the person may not be assigned to help them, but then maybe that person, the person they need, let's say counselor, they can't find them, or they can find them, they're making excuses, so they feel, oh, maybe that one is cheaper, or that one is something, or that one is loud, let me just go there. So don't let that be you in 2020 in a nutshell. Make sure that you go to whatever it is you're going to with the right motives. You are informed about the person, all the points I've. Make sure you put in the work and the process, and make sure you are actually going to who you need. Sometimes you may need a counselor and a coach, but you may need to start with a counselor first. Be sure of these things, read up on it, or if you're not, and that's why I'm here on YouTube, ask me a counselor, this is what I have, who do you think I can go to, what do you think I can go to? If you say, oh, counselor, I'm having something on sex, I can refer you to somebody in our industry that is specialized in sex. Do you understand? And it's just what it is. But if you say, okay, you are not, if you now say that, okay, you need something, maybe you have something with sex, you now go to somebody that is not a sex specialist, and then you're disappointed. And I say, all these coaches, so maybe the that particular person you went to is just really passionate about that. Person is not really, that's not the person's ingrained field. You now come out, maybe you're not so, you now start going around the internet saying all these people, they are scam. No, you are the one that didn't ask the right question and look for the right person to your specific situation. I hope that this has helped, and I would like to wrap this up with saying that, again, the online industry of whether it's coaching, counseling, information for transformation is still wrapped up from the concepts of schooling. Okay, so before you jump into anything this year, and of course you should go for transformation and all that, I can't even be against it, because it's something I definitely do according to what I need per season. It's not like, oh, I'm all over the place, but according to what I need per season, I know what I need per season and I go for it. Be sure that it's something that you need per season. For some people, honestly speaking, all you need is books for a season. That is not even, for some people that's all you need. For some people, all you need is consuming videos like this. Just be waiting for the pen to upload. You get it, right? For some people, you may need to pay for a course. For some people, all you need is counseling. 5 sessions of counseling has done it for you. So find out and be truthful to yourself. And if you want to meet great people, regardless, let's say you want to meet great people, you want to pay for a person's whatever it is that they have to offer, product or service, you can still do that after you've taken care of your basic need. But you must be true to yourself. You can't say because you want to meet that great person, you will not try to be forcefully aligning what you need, for instance, with versus what the person is offering. Even if you know that it may not necessarily deal with what you need now, it's not like they are not good or anything like that, but you can still when you finish with your business, you can still always go for and to support people. You don't, I mean, supporting people, paying for people's services, being a part of people's, whether it's workshops and all that, doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, if you don't do it, it's do or die, your life will not change. But just make sure that your basic need is met. Okay, your basic need is met, and you're paying attention to those that have been really sent to you and you have also been sent to. This is an age of a lot of adverts. Don't be depressed out of ad. You've seen ad, you've seen ad, you've seen ad, you've seen ad. You don't even know what to do again to move forward in life. Okay, so all the time, weekly, I help. Of course, you book your session and I'll schedule you. I help people, women specifically, and couples with self-discovery, pre-marriage and remarriage. Okay, pre-marriage, before you get married; remarriage, those that have gone through separation, divorce, widowhood, to get married again. And of course, single mothers, although some single mothers are not necessarily have not necessarily been married, but have been in the family institution kind of, because they have to co-parent with their father, with the father of the child and all that. But then it would help you through the process of what it actually means to build a new family, how to get your children or your child into that new family system, even though you have a baby daddy and so on and so forth. That's what I do all the time. So be sure to check out the links in the description videos, get the books that you need, and and just subscribe and share with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Of course, share your comments on what resonated the most with you today, and do not forget to also drop more points if you want to add to this, and even share your experience as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bye.